Ladies and gentlemen, wow, what a night we've had. It's been a full night. It's been a full night, but it's been so deep. And it's a real privilege to just, on your behalf, just say a few words of thanks to our panellists. Brad, we want to thank you and honour you this evening, not only for your authenticity and sharing your story, but thank you for spending this evening with us, because obviously today is a very special day. Thank you so much for being here. Keno, it's really, really great to have you here, and as an elite athlete, and I agree you're still in your prime, by the way, for you to spend this evening, you've got a busy schedule, you've got a lot of commitments, straight off the plane, to spend a few moments with, or a couple of hours with us this evening, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Ross, we've not met before, but I feel like I've got to know you a lot this evening and what you've had to share. The boys of that school, they're very fortunate, and as a parent, I've left here encouraged by your words. In particular, letting us know that it's okay to be kind to ourselves as parents, that it is a tough job, but also just to allow those natural consequences to occur, to resist the temptation to get in there and try and rescue every situation, which parents do because they love their kids, but maybe it's not necessarily the most loving thing to do. So thank you for leaving us with that message. Greg, you're a legend, and I want to explain why I say that. I met Greg 8 years ago at a men's mental health event. But what a story I don't share very often, never really comes up, is as a 10-year-old, I watched every single Perth Wildcats game. And ever since then I've been a massive Perth Wildcats fan. I was growing up in the era of Cal Bruton, and I would sit there on the couch watching the games. Usually it was a Friday night game. And my parents thought it was very amusing, because when I watched the game, I'd have the basketball in one hand, and I'd have a beret on my hat, on my head, a bit like Cal Bruton used to be famous for. And I watched all of these Wildcats games, all the championships and so forth. And so, of course, Greg is actually a basketball legend for Perth, and has left a great legacy, 4 championships, as he says. You have heard from Greg tonight. He understands that that's a big team effort. But you see, that pales into insignificance compared to what he's doing now, because we obviously honour the athletic achievements that you've had, and the achievements are nothing to pass up. But this investment that you're doing, and I know that it's been a long journey already, this is really powerful stuff, Greg. So you're a real legend. Thank you so much. To my good friend Basil, thank you for coming out here, Basil. And it's been wonderful to hear your vision, your boldness. But of your 5 points this evening, I think the one that really resonates most with me, and I suspect everybody here in the crowd tonight, is your passion to empower the family unit. And if there's nothing else that people can do, I mean, all of us are part of a family, and so we can all invest in the mental health of everybody in our family, and that's a great start. No one's got any excuse for not doing that. Really looking forward to having you in the Parliament, Basil. You're going to be a real force on a range of issues, but of course including on mental health for men, so thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on your behalf, the last person obviously I want to thank this evening is Bronwyn Waugh. Now, I had no idea that Bronwyn was putting this event on. It came up on my screen as one of the many events that she's putting on. I mean, it's incredible, the work ethic of this lady. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, I'm definitely going to that, because of course there's Perth Wildcats coming along, so I'm not going to miss that opportunity. But what Bronwyn probably doesn't know is that in my maiden speech in Parliament 15 years ago, one of the things that I called for was for the establishment of a Minister for Men's Interests. You see, in Western Australia we've got a Minister for Women's Interests, we've got a Minister for Child Protection, we've got a Minister for pretty much everything. But the one thing we don't have is a Minister for Men's Interests, because of course we wouldn't want to do that, would we? It wouldn't be politically correct to have such a thing. But how powerful it would be if we had such a role in governance in Western Australia. But what really excites me about this evening is that of her own initiative, somebody who's clearly already a leader in her community, a female leader in the community, decides to invest in an event like this on men's mental health. Now that is a sign of a true leader. Thank you so much.